Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt, and today my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make an ube and cream rainbow roll. This is a vibrant rainbow chiffon rolled with a light ube cream frosting.
We're sadly halfway through Pride Month, but we are excited to share another ube-flavored rainbow cake with you all for this month.
To start, we're going to make the rainbow chiffon. Take 4 eggs, separate them into yolks and whites, and let them come completely to room temperature. Put an oven rack in the middle position and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a jelly roll pan, which is 10.5 by 15.5 inches, and line it with parchment paper by doing the following. Take a large rectangle of parchment paper that's bigger than the jelly roll pan. Using a ruler and a Sharpie, draw diagonal lines on one side of the parchment paper that are about 1 to 2 inches apart. I just draw lines that are as far apart as the width of the ruler. These lines will act as a guide later when we're adding the batter into the pan. Flip the parchment paper over so the side with the Sharpie marks faces down and away from the cake. Trim the parchment paper so that it fits snugly in the bottom of the jelly roll pan, but has about 1 inch extra creased at the corners and going up all 4 sides of the pan. This will help lift the cake out of the pan after baking. No need to grease the pan or the parchment paper. Set this aside for now. Take a large mixing bowl and a sieve. Add in 1 cup of cake flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and half a teaspoon of salt. Sift them together, then whisk to combine. Then add in the 4 room temperature egg yolks, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, half a cup of water, and 2 teaspoons of clear vanilla extract. Beat this together with an electric mixer until the mixture is smooth and well blended. We're using clear vanilla extract to make the batter as white as possible so the rainbow colors really pop. But if clear vanilla extract is not available, regular vanilla extract is a great substitute. In the bowl of your stand mixer, add in the 4 room temperature egg whites and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. With a whisk attachment, beat on medium speed until it looks frothy, about 1 minute. Then turn the speed up to medium-high and very slowly add in 1/3 cup of granulated sugar while continuing to beat. When all the sugar has been added, turn the speed up to high and beat until you see stiff, glossy peaks. It should look something like this. 1/3 at a time, gradually and very gently fold in this meringue into the cake mixture until very well combined. Divide this batter into 6 different bowls, with approximately the same amount of batter in each bowl. Add gel food coloring into each of the 6 bowls with the following amounts of coloring: 1/8 teaspoon Americolor Gel Super Red, 1/8 teaspoon Americolor Gel Orange, 1/8 teaspoon Americolor Gel Electric Yellow, 1/8 teaspoon Americolor Gel Leaf Green, 1/8 teaspoon Americolor Gel Royal Blue, and 1/8 teaspoon Americolor Gel Regal Purple. Gently fold these colors in so that each bowl of colored batter is a nice uniform color. Since this is a chiffon cake, we need to be careful not to knock out any air from the whipped egg whites. Using a small spoon, alternate spooning the 6 colors of the rainbow cake, using the Sharpie lines on the parchment paper as a guide in the order red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. I'm trying to do my best to keep the batter going in the same direction as the lines, but obviously the chiffon batter is very runny, and it's okay if the lines aren't perfectly straight or if the different colors merge into each other a bit. I think it adds to the charm of the rainbow stripes. To ensure that you have enough batter to fill the pan and that you don't run out of a particular color of batter, try to spoon shallow strips at first, just enough to create a stripe of color. Once the pan is fully covered in the rainbow stripes, You can add more batter to each band to make the colored bands thicker and fill in any gaps as needed, until you use up all of the batter for the different colors. We're going to bake this in our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 18 to 20 minutes, or until the surface springs back when gently pressed. Let the cake rest in the pan for 1 minute. Then, using the parchment paper on the sides as handles, carefully lift the cake out of the pan and onto another piece of parchment paper on a flat surface. The second piece of parchment paper will prevent the cake from touching the Sharpie marks when it gets rolled. Let the cake cool for another 4 minutes. Dust some powdered sugar onto the top surface of the cake to prevent the cake from sticking, and carefully roll the cake with the 2 layers of parchment paper along the short 10.5-inch side, and place it on a metal rack with the seam side down so it doesn't unroll, and let it cool completely to room temperature.
While we're waiting for our rainbow cake to cool, we're going to work on our ube whipped cream frosting. In the bowl of your stand mixer, add in 4 ounces, which is half a bar of cold, full-fat cream cheese, and 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. With the paddle attachment, beat them together till the cream cheese has softened and the mixture is smooth. Stop the mixer. Add in 1.5 cups of very cold heavy cream and 1/8 teaspoon of ube extract, and beat for about 2 minutes until the cream cheese and heavy cream are combined and uniform. Stop the mixer and scrape down the paddle attachment and the bowl as needed. Switch to the whisk attachment and continue beating on medium-high speed until the mixture forms very stiff peaks. Leave this frosting in the fridge till you're ready to use it.
When the cake is cool to room temperature, we're ready to assemble the roll. Slowly and carefully unroll the cake. Spread all of the ube frosting on the top surface of the cake, about 1/2 inch thick layer of frosting, leaving about 1 inch of unfrosted cake at one of the short 10.5-inch sides. Starting from the 10.5-inch side that has frosting on it, slowly and carefully roll the cake up again in the same direction it was rolled before, but this time without the parchment paper rolled into it, towards the 10.5-inch side that has no frosting on it. Transfer the roll to your serving dish, with the seam side down so it doesn't unroll. I just use a spoon to push any ube frosting that was squeezed out during rolling back into the roll. Then cover all sides tightly with plastic wrap. Refrigerate for a minimum of 3 hours to overnight for the roll to set. When you're ready to serve, use a very sharp knife to cut the 2 ends to create neat ends to the roll. Clean up any stray frosting as needed. And there it is, a rainbow chiffon roll filled with a deliciously light ube cream frosting. Ang sarap!
Yum.
So good. There's nothing like a refreshingly light ube dessert in the summer.
And it's so pretty, and the bright bands of rainbow will definitely make your dessert table pop.
Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this ube and cream rainbow roll. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, links below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes and more, be sure to check out cookingwithkurt.com.
Maraming salamat and happy Pride!